The spaceship Genior 9 drifted, lost in the deep black. Above it the sky was wrong, like shattered glass. Strange colors pulsed there. Unnatural light leaked through cosmic cracks. This was a bad sign. The cosmos was sick. This ship, the Genior 9, was old. Its metal skin bore scars from countless journeys. Each scar told a silent story, tales of exploration and survival. Now it faced its final mission, the most important mission of all. Inside the Genior 9, an eerie silence ruled, only the soft hum of life support. Two souls were on board, Adi and Kabir. They were humanity's last vigil, standing guard against the encroaching dark. Outside, the view grew worse. The fractures in space widened. They looked like wounds. The ship drifted onward.
The rift is accelerating its growth. Its hunger is insatiable. Time is a luxury we do not have. Every tick of the chronometer brings our system closer to oblivion. The fate of billions rests on our shoulders.
The Genior 9 is not young, its systems groan under the strain, but it has to perform one last time. For the sake of our home, for the sake of everyone we have ever known.
The Genior 9 carries a unique device, a desperate last-ditch effort to seal the tear, to mend the broken universe. This is our only chance. No reinforcements are coming. No other ships possess our technology. The Genior 9 is a small vessel, carrying an immense burden, the hope of its survival.
We will not falter.
The Genior 9 pressed closer to the monstrous rift. It loomed before them, a gaping wound in the cosmos. Its edges pulsed with chaotic energies. Colors unknown to human eyes swirled within its depths. The ship felt small. The rift's immense gravity began to pull. They were entering the beast's maw.
Reality itself is beginning to shiver. The very fabric of space-time seems unstable here. Straight lines appear to bend. Familiar constellations twist into grotesque shapes. Colors bleed into one another.
The ship's structure groaned. Alarms began to shriek. The Genior 9 was being battered.
I wrestle with the flight controls. My knuckles are white. I fight to keep the ship on course.
The rift is not just a passive hole, it wants to tear us apart.
They had reached it. The very heart of the rift. The epicenter of the cosmic tear. Here, reality was a maelstrom, but they were here. The Genior 9, battered but intact, held its position. The device they carried, their ultimate weapon, was ready. They called it the Sealer, a complex machine designed to mend this terrible wound.
Kabir moved to the Sealer's control panel. His fingers flew across the interface, inputting activation codes. Each action was precise, rehearsed 1,000 times. There was no margin for error. The sequence was intricate, designed to counteract the rift's destructive power. The hum of the Sealer grew stronger.
Adi kept her eyes on the external sensors. She monitored the rift's behavior. It was reacting to the Sealer's activation, fighting back with renewed ferocity. The Genior 9 shook violently. Containment fields around the Sealer fluctuated, straining to hold against the onslaught. The final countdown had begun.
Suddenly, a deafening bang reverberated through the ship. Sparks erupted from a critical systems panel near the Sealer. A shower of incandescent particles, then darkness in that section. Multiple red warning lights began to flash. A new alarm blared, a shrill, piercing sound.
Critical system failure, a synthesized voice announced calmly. The countdown on the Sealer's main screen froze. The automated activation sequence had halted. The delicate cascade was broken. Adi checked her console, her fingers flying. "The primary initiation circuit is fried," she yelled. "The surge from the rift, it overwhelmed the shielding. We are losing rift containment," Adi shouted. The energy readings from the Sealer were dropping. The device was failing. The stabilization field is collapsing.
Kabir, however, remained strangely calm. He turned his gaze towards a small, heavily shielded access port on the Sealer itself. Behind it lay the manual override mechanism. He knew what it meant. He listened patiently. Then he gently shook his head. "There's no time, Adi," he said softly. "The rift is about to overwhelm us. This is the only way left." He turned and moved towards the airlock. Adi understood immediately. The manual override was located deep within the Sealer's primary chamber. To activate it, someone had to go inside. Inside, while the device was attempting to channel unimaginable energies. It was not a survivable act. The radiation, the energy fields, It was a death sentence, a guaranteed sacrifice. Her mind reeled. "No, no, Kabir," she cried out. Tears welled in her eyes. "There has to be another way. We can reroute power. We can try to fix the circuit." Kabir looked at Adi, his expression a mixture of profound sorrow and an unshakable, steely resolve. "The automated sequence is gone, Adi," he said. "It needs a manual trigger." He gestured towards the shielded port, towards the lever that represented their final, desperate gamble.
Kabir sealed his void suit. He cycled through the airlock, entering the sealer's core chamber. The energies here were immense, a visible storm of light and force. The rift's raw power howled around him, but his suit held, for now. He moved towards the manual override lever. Each step was an act of supreme will. His hand reached out, steady, unwavering. He grasped the cold metal. He pulled the lever with all his remaining strength. A blinding, pure white flash erupted. It consumed the chamber. It consumed Kabir. It consumed the Genior 9. For a moment, the universe itself seemed to hold its breath.
Adi, ejected moments before in the ship's tiny escape pod, screamed his name. The light faded. And then, nothing. Far away, across the solar system, observers watched their instruments. The terrifying expansion of the rift halted. Then, it began to shrink. The rift was sealed.